Okay, good evening, everybody. We're about to start class meeting number 5. And I hope that you will benefit from this meeting as well. So continuing from yesterday, we have a question 26. It says, in a class, the ratio of boys to girls is 3 to 4. If there are 28 girls in the class, how many students are in the class? Okay, so this is a ratio question. So what do we know? We know the ratio is 3 to 4. So those would be the number of shares. To get the total number of shares, we're going to have to add the 3 and the 4, giving us 7 total shares. Now, first question. These are the terms, boys to girls. So the 3 represents the what?
The boy.
The boys. And the 4 would represent the
Girls.
girls. And the whole would be 7 over 7. So the boys would be represented by 3 7s, and the girls would be represented by 4 7s, and the whole would be 7 over 7. Okay.
7.
How many students are in the class? They told us that there are 28 girls in the class, 28 girls. So we know that the girls, 4 7ths of them would be equal to 28. This is what we'd have to do in this situation. We are now trying to find the whole. So let's look at what we have. We know that 4 7ths multiplied by some unknown number, let's call it n, will be equal to 28. That's what we know so far.
Sir, I think it's 4.
That there are 4 students in the class?
No, sir, but I think the whole is 4 because 4 7 28.
Not there yet. So let's look at what we need to do. So if we consider this to be the left-hand side of our statement, and then we have the right-hand side, whatever is happening over here must be equal to this when we're done. So let's go. We need to get n all by itself. So we're going to multiply this side by the reciprocal of this. So the reciprocal will be 7 over 4 because we want to cancel these down so that we have n by itself. Now, what did we do over this side? We multiplied by 7 over 4. So we're also going to need to do the same thing on this side, 7 over 4, and multiply by that. So let's look at what will happen. 4 will cancel 4, and 7 will cancel 7. So I will have n on the left-hand side, and now I have 4 into itself one time, and 4 into 28 would go 7 times, numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So 7 times 7 would give me 49 over 1. Any number divided by 1 remains the same. So my answer is 49. So the total number of students in the class would be 49. Now, if we want to prove that this is so, we can check it out. Let's do this. Let me make some more space here. Now, what do I know?
You know that the unknown is 49.
Okay. So I now know that the unknown is 49, right? So the girls would represent 4 7ths. And if I multiply that by the 49, I should be getting the total number of girls, right? So 7 into itself one time, and 7 into 49 goes?
7 times.
Good. So 7 sevens would give me 49. And now numerator by numerator, that would be 7 4s 28. and denominator by denominator 1. So I would have what? 28 over 1, which would give me 28. Okay. And this is the number of girls that they said was in the class. So I already know that the total number of students, 49, is correct. Okay. So they asked how many students are in the class. There are 49 students in the class, because when I worked it out and I went to test it, I got what they gave me. I have to use the known to find the
The unknown.
unknown. Okay, so if I know this, that there are 28 girls in the class, and I know the total number of students is 49, how many boys are in the class? They didn't ask us for that, but you know, just so we fully understand it. What would I need to do to find the total number of boys in the class?
You would take the 49 away from the 8. You would take 28 from the 49.
So I have 49 students in the class, and there are 28 girls. If I subtract 8 from 9 would leave me with
1,
and 2 from 4 would leave me with
2, 21 boys.
okay. So there should be 21 boys in the class. And if we don't believe that, we can check it another way. What is the fraction for the boys again? It would be 3 out of the what? 7
7,
multiplied by what? 49.
9.
So 7 into 7 one time, 7 into 49, 7. And 3 7 should give us what? 21.
1.
If we add this, the number of girls and the number of boys, we should get the what? Total number of
49.
students. So 1 and 8 would be 9, and 2 and 2 would be 4. So we're getting back the same under there. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's go with this again. The terms that they gave us, boys to girls. The ratio, 3 to 4. So we have to keep those things in mind and use them as they have been given. So in order to start, we need to find the whole, and we do that by using the 28, multiplying it by the fraction that we know, but we have to invert. Okay, so if it was 4 over 7 as a fraction that represents a girl, we have to multiply 7 over 4 by the 28 to find the total number of students in the class. Okay, here we have another question now. This one has to do with time. Let's look at this. 1,300 hours in 12 hours. That would be what?
1 o'clock.
What? Which one of the 1 o'clock?
The one in the inside, I guess.
No. I want to know if it is 1 a.m. or if it's 1 p.m.
1 a.m.
No, it's not. 1,300 hours is this. 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the evening, 3 in the morning, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 o'clock midday, and then 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. is the same as 1,300 hours. Okay, not the a.m., but actually the p.m. Clear? Got that one? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what would 2 o'clock be in 24-hour time? 2 p.m.
1,400 hours.
And 3 p.m. would be what?
1,500 hours.
And 4 p.m. would be?
1,600 hours.
5 p.m. would be?
1,700 hours, or in the army time.
Good. 6 p.m. would be?
1,800 hours.
7 p.m. would be?
1,900 hours.
8 p.m. would be?
2,000 hours.
9 p.m. would be?
2,100 hours.
10 p.m.
2,200 hours.
And 11 p.m. would be?
2,300 hours.
All right, good. So who is army time? The army.
Sir,
Who else?
Sir, Kong South.
airlines, ships, trains. So these are the
Sir,
people.
screen.
Pardon me?
Screen is gone.
My screen is gone.
Yes, sir.
See if it will come back. Hang on. Let me see.
Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it goes back in, but it's stuck now.
Okay. So as I was saying, the army uses 2400, the 24-hour clock. Airlines, ships, and trains or railways, they will use that time. So we have to know how to convert between regular time and 24-hour or army time. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And these questions are always there. 1 ton, 1 metric ton is equal to how many kilograms?
One
Is it
metric ton.
equal to 10 kilograms, 100 kilograms, 1,000 kilograms, or 10,000 kilograms?
I think 1,000.
Okay. So it would be equal to 1,000 kilograms. You have your workbook with you?
Yes, sir.
Check in the section that talks about measurement.
Okay, sir. Sir, what would it what would it be under? Volume?
Just before measurement, page 103. So get to 103 first.
At it.
Okay, I'm not seeing the. Okay. Okay. So go to page 107 now. That whole unit deals with the metric system. Page 107 looks at mass in particular. Now, in the middle of the page, we will see a note. It says note 1,000 what?
1,000 kilograms equals 1 metric ton.
1 metric ton is equal to 1,000 kilograms. Okay, back to another time question. What time is this?
Sir, screen not back. Sir,
Yes, I'm hearing you.
the screen is not back.
All right. Let me try something else. How about now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It just went back.
I know. All right. Should be okay now, right?
No.
No? All right. Well, we're going to continue anyway. So here we have a clock. The hour hand is pointing at 2 and the minute hand is pointing at the 8. What time is being shown on the clock?
Sir, I'm coming. Sir, I'm not sure.
Draw your clock, man.
45 minutes past 2.
No, it's pointing at the 8, not the 9.
So 40 minutes past 2.
Okay, so that would be 2:40. All right. No, we wouldn't say 40 minutes or 45 minutes past 2. We would say 20 minutes to 3. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the clock face, all the numbers on the right hand side represent minutes past the hour, and the numbers on the left hand side of the clock face represent minutes to the hour. So,
Sir, I'm using the live stream on YouTube to follow what you're doing.
okay, maybe that's going to be a little delayed, but here you have 5 minutes pass, 10 minutes pass, 15 minutes pass, 20 minutes pass, 25 minutes pass, and then we have half pass. Okay, so when we move from 12 all the way to 6, we have completed 1/2 of the rotation. So we move on now, and the same things apply on the other side, but instead of saying past, we say to. So
Okay,
the
sir.
7 represents what? 25 minutes to the hour, the next hour. The 8 represents 20 minutes to the next hour. The 9 represents 15 minutes to the next hour. The 10 represents 10 minutes to the next hour. 11 would represent 5 minutes to the next hour, and the 12 would actually be the hour. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's a little bit of revision for the clock. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go one more. We have radius, diameter, center, and arc. How do we apply those to the circles? Which one is the radius?
The radius is the first one.
Okay. And by first one, let's put A, B, C, and D.
Sir, the one at the top, the first one to the left.
So you're saying A. So this one is a radius. The radius is a line from the center touching any point on the circumference. Okay. The diameter.
The diameter is B.
Okay. What is the diameter?
I don't know the definition, but I can tell you what they are.
It's a special chord. It's that the diameter is a special chord that passes through the center of the circle. Now, a chord is any line that touches 2 points on the circumference. All right.
Yes,
so if we had a circle like this, and we call that AB, that would be the chord AB. So it has to touch 2 points on the circumference, and the circumference is just the distance, the total distance around the circle. It's like the perimeter of a circle. Okay. So
the answer would be B or D.
No. The diameter is special in that it passes through the center. Okay. This is just a regular chord, but this is the diameter because it passes through the center. We can link this with the equator. So when we're thinking of the equator passes right through the middle. It can cut the earth into what? The north and the northern and the southern hemisphere. All right. We have the center of the circle. So all points on the circumference are the same distance from the center of the circle. All right. Now the arc is any curved section on the what? Of the circumference. All right. That's one quick way of looking at it. So we need to remember these things when we're doing circle theory. We need to know what the radius is, what the diameter is, what the center of the circle is, and to be able to identify an arc. Cool? All right, so let's go to some more questions now. Here we have an additional problem, 2045 plus 1239 plus 846. Work that out and tell it to me, please.
Sir, 4,129.
All right, let's double check. You said 4,129.
9.
Okay, so let's go. 6 and 9 would be what?
The 9 would be the ones. Would be in the ones.
No. Add them together. 6 and 9 would be?
Sir, I didn't do it that way.
6 and 9? Tell me what 6 and 9 is.
15.
15 and 5 would give me what?
20.
Okay, so we're going to put 0 and carry 2. 2 and 4 would be 6. 6 and 3 would be 9. 9 and 4 would be 13. So we're going to write 3 and carry 1. So 1 and 2 would be 3. 3 and 8 would be 11. So we're going to write 1 and carry 1. 1 and 2, 3. 3 and 1, 4. Are we good with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's be careful of our addition. Okay, so what is the value of the underlined digit there?
Sir, that would be hundreds. No, that would be the thousands.
Okay. So the value of the 6 is what?
Thousands. Sir, because it would have been read 16,839.
Okay, good. So if we're going to label this, this would be our ones or units. 3 tens, 8 hundreds, 6 thousands, and one set of what? 10 thousands. All right. So 6 would actually be 6 by 1,000, which is the same as 6,000. And this is talking about the what? True value. If this is the true value, then it's going to be 6,000. If it's the place value, it's going to be just 1,000. And if it's the face value, it's just 6.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have 13.17, and we're going to take from that 10.58. Yeah, go ahead and do that one.
Sir, 2.59.
Okay, let's see. You have 2.59. So I can't take 8 from 7. So I'll take the one there. This will be 17. So 8 from 17 now will leave me with what?
8 from 17.
That would leave me with?
9.
Okay. I have 0 here, and I'll take 1 from the 3, leaving me with 2. This will become one set of 10, and 5 from 10 will leave me with 5, decimal point on a decimal point, and 10 from 12 will leave me with 2. So that one's good. We have 624 divided by 2 being equal to 312. What is the 624 called? Is it the dividend, the divisor, the quotient, or the product?
Dividend.
So the dividend is correct. What would the 2 be called?
The divisor.
Good. And the 312 would be the?
Quotient.
Okay. Are we going to have product in this particular problem?
Sir, the product would be the multiplication. Would be the answer
Okay.
for multiplication.
Good. So this product is a result of factor being multiplied by factor. So we're focusing on division here. All right. The only time we're going to need multiplication is if we're going to be checking our division facts. For example, if I wanted to check if the quotient in this situation is correct, then I could say 2, use 2, and multiply the what? The 2 by the 312 to get back what our dividend was. Okay. So the 2 will be our divisor by the quotient, should give us back the dividend. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's look at one for sets. So here we have set P and set Q. In set P, could you tell me all the members in set P, please?
Back, so I can't tell you. Step
Like,
P would be GHIJ.
what about F?
Yes, F.
F is in set P. What are the members or the elements of set Q?
B, C, D.
And?
Yes, sir, I said F.
Okay. All right. So F is a member of
Both
both.
sets.
Okay. So it's a member of both. How many members are in set Q?
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and F would make 5. So that's good also. What is the reciprocal of 1/9?
Reciprocal of 1/9, it would be 9/1, or if you would put it in its lowest terms, it would be 9.
9/1 multiplied by 1/9. When we cancel, what do we get?
Just get to 1. Just
1.
you just get to 9.
No, when we multiply the reciprocal of the number, is that which when we multiply by it, we're going to get the answer being 1.
Yes.
So in this case, it's 9/1, or as you said plainly, you could just regard it as 9. But since this is being represented as a fraction, we'll represent it as 9/1. All right. So the answer,
Yes.
9/1. How do we represent this as a decimal, 45/100? How do we represent that as a decimal?
Sir, screen that back. I have to fast forward the flash.
All right. So
Sir, it would be okay. So it would be 0.0545.
okay. So there are 2 zeros here. So I'm going to move 1, 2 places, add 0. So 0.45. All right. So 45 divided by 100 should give me 0.45. Okay. 80% as a fraction in its lowest term. So 80% is 80/100. Let's get this down. 0 cancel 0. And when I say 0 cancel 0, what do I really mean? I really mean I'm dividing the numerator by 10 and the denominator by 10. Clear? So if I divided 80 by 10, I would get 8. And if I divided 100 by 10, I would get 10. So now we have this being reduced to 8/10. What can I use to reduce these?
Sir, the live stream is slow. I can't see.
Okay, so I could use 2. 2 into 8 would go 4 times, and 2 into 10 would go 5 times. So my answer in lowest terms, as a fraction, 80% as a fraction in lowest terms would be 4/5, or 4/5. Number 10, we have a ratio question here. The ratio 20/12 is equivalent to, so easily we could change our ratio to a fraction by using the first term as the numerator and the second term as the denominator. Reduce as best as possible. We have 20 here and 12 here. What can we use? We could use 4 as a factor. 4 into 20 would go 5 times, and 4 into 12 would go 3 times.
Sir, it would be 5/3.
5/3. We have that. We have 525 divided by 525.35 divided by 5. 525.35. We're dividing by 5. 5 into 5, 1. Subtract. We're going to get 0. We're going to bring down. 5 into 2, that can't work. Going to add 0. We're going to bring down. 5 into 25, 5. We're going to 5 5 is 25. 0. We're going to bring down. 3, 5 into 3, 0. We're going to bring down. 5 into 35, 7. 7 5s would give us 35. Subtract. And we should be done. So let's use reversed operation now and check this. 105.07. And we're going to multiply this by 5. 7 5 is 35. Carry 3. 5 times 0. 0. We're going to bring down, or 3. 5 5 is 25. Right. 5 carry 2. 5 times 0. 0. Bring down 2. 5 ones, 5. We have 2 decimal places here, so we need to have 2 decimal places in our answer. And as we can see, both of them are the same. So I know that my answer of 105.07 is correct, because when tested, it gives me back the dividend. 128 in exponential form. I'll put my 128. I'm going to start with 2 since 128 is an even number. So 2 into 128 would give me 64. 2 into 64 would give me 32. 2 into 32 should give me 16. 2 into 16 should give me 8. 2 into 8, 4. 2 into 4, 2. 2 into 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should be equal to 2 to the 7th power. Any questions?
No, sir.
Let's go with our Roman numerals. What's that one? Medical Xavier. What does M mean again? M 1000, D 500, C 100, L 50, X 10, V 5,
5,
I 1. So what's this? C 100.
Sir, it would be
XL.
100.
Oh, it's not 200. What's XL again? L is 50. To the left of 50, we have 10. What do we need to do?
Subtract.
Okay. So if I have 50 and I take out the lesser value, which is 10, it means that I have whatever that is. So this is
140.
140. We have 0.0027 multiplied by 100. We're going to be moving this to the right 2 places. So 1, 2. So I end up now with 0.27. Highest common factor of 16 and 24. 2016 goes how many times? 8. 28, 4. 2 into 4, 2. 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 24, 12. 2 into 12, 6. 2 into 6, 3. 3, no. 3 into 3, 1. So a common factor, the prime factors rather of 16 would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
2 times 3.
And then for 24, it's 2 times 2 times. No, I'm missing 1 times 2 times 3. Let's look for what's common. Common here. Common here. Nothing else is common. Yes, we have one more. So 2 times 2 times 2. 2 2's 4. 4 times 2, 8. So if I had the fraction 16 over 24, for example, it would mean that 8 could go into 16 all of 2 times, and 8 could go into 24 all of 3 times, helping me to reduce that to 2/3. So the highest common factor is equal to 8. What's the product of 371, 371, and 6? 6 ones, 6, 6 sevens, 42, right 2, carry 4, 6 threes, 18, 18 and 4 should give me 22. My answer should be 2,226.
So remember, I can't see anything.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you'll see it when you on the replay. So we have another question that asks us to put some things in ascending order. Ascending order means moving from smallest to largest. So we're going to look for the smallest of these numbers. And in that case, it would be 0.26, then 0.62, then 2.6, and then 26.
Sir, could I go?
Not just yet. Still have 2 more to go and then we're done. So we have 3.6 divided by 0.6. If we're dividing by a decimal, we want to make sure that the divisor is a whole number. So 3.6, 0.6. Multiply this by 10. So I'll move 1 place to the right. Multiply the numerator by 10 as well. So I'm moving 1 place to the right. So I end up with 36/6. My answer would be 6. So the rule is whenever I'm dividing by a decimal, I must make it into a whole number by using the appropriate power of 10. We have 10 cherries to 8 bananas in a basket. What is the ratio of bananas to the total number of fruits? So we have a total of 18 fruits. Okay. So if there's 10 plus 8 giving us 18 fruits in all, then they ask me what's the total number of bananas. So this would be 8/18 as a fraction. So we can reduce this. 2 into the 18 would go 4 times, and 2 into 8 would go 4 times, and 2 into 18 would go 9 times. So we end up with 4/9. We can change this fraction to a ratio by calling it 4/9. And that's our answer. Last one. We have 0.875 as a percentage. What does 0.875 look like as a fraction? It's actually 875/1000. I'll multiply that by 100/1, and we will reduce 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. 875 divided by 10 means we're going to move our decimal point 1 place to the left. My answer would be 87.5%. Okay, so we'll stop here for today. I'm going to double check on that question with the century, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for joining.